Hey guys, it's Van Yezzel, back with Pokemon FireRed Let's Play video, so hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm so sorry. Last time was a road, because we ended up going, on our way to Cinnabar, we ended up going the wrong way, because we went from Fuchsia City down, which I thought would be the way to Cinnabar, but in reality, that's our way to the Seafoam Islands, which is a post-game area. And then I realized that I should have just gone straight to Pallet Town, because straight from Pallet Town downwards to Cinnabar Island, the place of the next gym town. So, instead of wasting time today, and having a mental breakdown halfway through the video, let's just go wreck through everything in a 5-mile radius, because I hate these routes that are really long, and yeah, I wasted a lot of time yesterday, or not even yesterday. Technically, for you guys, it was yesterday. For me, it was really like 2 minutes ago, because I ended the last episode, went back to our mom's house to heal our Pokemon, and then I went right back into the water, and then started this episode, because, oh god, there's the Magikarp guy. Okay, well, it's fine. This episode, I don't know how long this episode's gonna be, because we just had two around 40-minute-ish videos. I mean, yes, the last episode, I am gonna cut some of the battles out because, yeah, I was getting, like, bored and tired, and I really just wasn't in it. And, yeah, that's its own entity. But, like, I don't know how long I want this video to be, because, again, we just had two ones that were 40 minutes long each, or around 40 minutes, which I only like doing 30 minutes. If it has to be over 30, 35, or, like, it has to be, like, something really important, like a gym battle, or the Elite Four, or something like that. In that case, it was me being stupid and wandering around in very long routes for a long period of time. But today, I hope it's not the case. I didn't do a whole lot of searching of how long this route is. All I did was how much you guys saw at the end of the last episode. So, to my understanding, from me guesstimating, there's a little bit more left from where we ended off last episode of the route, and then we'll be at Cinnabar, which means we will be able to do a lot of things. Speaking of which, I now realize, as I'm talking about this, one of our oldest things that we have in our box, not our box, our bag right now, has the potential to get us a new team member who is a Pokemon I like a lot, who is also water type. For those of you wondering, no, I am not scrapping Lily for this. I mean, if Lily happens to die, God forbid, we have that Pokemon, and then we'll also have, not Poseidon, that's a different thing. We have, what did I call our Lapras? I don't remember what I called our Oceania, that's what we call Lapras. Okay, we either have that Pokemon or we have Oceania in our PC. God forbid if Lily were to die, but if she does, we have 2 backup plans going into this next gym, which is not a bad thing at all. It's completely fine. Again, hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, we're ready for it. But walking into this, I don't know how much time this episode is going to be, because last episode, which I recorded today, mentally killed me again. I was already very stressed, as I aired a lot in the last episode, and then, like, I was already stressed trying to get videos done, and then having, in my opinion, wasted literally 30 minutes, and then not even just 30 minutes, because I took a break, like, 5 minutes before I ended the episode, which I wish I had just done the 5 minutes, because as I would come to learn, I could have just gone to a completely different area, but the reason why I took a break was because I was thirsty and I was hungry, so I went to go get stuff, and then I got sidetracked, and then I pretty much didn't come back to it for another not 5 hours, it took me like 2 hours. Actually, that's a lie, it took me about like 4 hours in hindsight, because I got really lazy, but, well, yeah, it's still only 11:28 on a Saturday, so now I have like 2 backup videos, so like there is time between when I'm supposed to upload again and not, but the whole point is that I'm just done with it, you know what I mean? Like, that episode just killed me, to where I'm ready to enact vengeance on everything that I see move if I can. The fact that Sea King survived that is enough to piss me off, but whatever, we ignore that, we digress. But, I'm kind of, I've lost my train of thought, I really have, honestly, because I don't know what to say. Like, I feel new, I feel refreshed from taking that break. Like, I'm glad I took the break, but at the same time, I'm also like, man, I wasted a lot of time, and I was already annoyed that I had gotten sick, and that prevented me from, because in theory, if I didn't get sick, because I mapped this out right for the week, so I could get everything done that week, was that I was going to be finished with all the videos, and I would just have to edit and upload them, and worst case scenario, if I did get sick, I even planned that out. As long as I got sick at the later half of the week, I would be able to record at least 3 videos and then be good to go. But no, I got sick literally at the very start of the week, and that's what screwed me over, because then I couldn't do anything for literally the entire week. I couldn't record, I couldn't edit, I could barely do 1 video. I did the Ezo and the Vanity, and that was it. And even then, the Ezo and the Vanity was almost about to kill me, and the fact that I had to, like, shorten the reveals, because A, I was getting impatient, because normally if the reveals aren't up by a certain time, I already, like, give up on trying to show them. And granted, they were getting to that point, but I was just so done that I cut it an hour early, which, knowing when they actually revealed the English translations, because I could do the English translations myself, except, again, I was feeling like crap, and also, my English translations aren't 100% accurate. They are accurate, but it's like, at the time, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I have to translate things in Japanese, a language of which I barely understand, and then I would have to make sure that my translation is right and makes sense to me at 2 a.m. in the morning to record. So, yeah, that whole thing kind of didn't go well, and then I'm sorry, what? You're learning Moonlight? I mean, it's a heal move, but the thing is, I would prefer it to do damage, so, and as much as I love the Moonlight, that's just a hard no, buddy. Mick can't learn more than 4 moves. No, I don't want to make room for it. Yes, stop learning Moonlight. Okay, what's next? Who's left on that king? Does he just have a bunch of Sea Kings? Does he really just have a bunch of Sea Kings? Because I swear this is his 3rd one. But to be fair, though, I also haven't been paying attention. I'm also not gonna... Okay, I say that. I might cut the battles. It depends on how far we get before I decide that battle cutting is worth it, because I only did it last episode because I was getting really annoyed and tired of it. This episode, I don't plan on doing it, but again, it depends, because I don't like my videos going over 40 minutes. But it also just depends on how far we get, because, again, I say, we've had, like, 2 very long episodes. I'm gonna put Jotion up for this one, but, I feel so bad that Flame is, like, level 44 right now. He has fallen behind. I mean, I say fallen behind. Mick is still very much the lowest level, but Mick is starting to get grinds, which is good. And, I mean, that just means Mick is, like, very ahead, or not very ahead. Preparing for the gym after this one, I think Mick is gonna hard carry, especially if I choose to evolve him. If I choose to evolve Mick, guarantee walking into the gym after this one, we will probably not have to switch out to anyone except for maybe Lily on the specific grounds that Mick runs out of PP for his moves, because I truly believe Mick will run through that next gym entirely. Going into this gym, as long as Lily's PP stays high, she will wreck through pretty much everything, and then our backup plan is... Unfortunately, we don't have a consistent backup plan, but I mean, if I find a really good ground move, I can teach that to King, and then King can casually kill, so please don't. Why you always gotta confuse the Gloom, man? Why is it always gotta be Gloom? It's always gotta be him. I don't know why I keep wanting to call Mick a her. Every time I look at Gloom, Gloom is one of those Pokemon where, yes, it can be any gender, but it really does have the thing where it makes you think it is specifically one gender over the other. Like, every time I look at a Gloom, I always think a Gloom is a female for some reason. Well, when I look at Vileplume, I can see 50-50. Like, most times if you ask me what gender I think a Vileplume is, I will say female. But Vileplume, I will at least, like, 50-50 toss up sometimes, to where it would, like, depend on a trainer where, like, I don't know, if it's a more, like, male-ish trainer, like a tomboy, I would say the Vileplume is probably a male. But if it is, what's it called? If it's like a female trainer, or like a really feminine-like trainer, I would probably say the Vileplume is a female, especially if, like, there's any accessories on it. That might give away what I think the gender of the Vileplume is. But anyways, what I was getting at is, like, for some reason, whenever I look at a Gloom, I always think a Gloom is a female. Like, it has to be a female for some reason. So that's why one of the few times Mick is one of the only Pokemon I refer to by his actual nickname. Because if you guys haven't been paying attention, I do refer to our... Okay. Okay. That's not okay. Okay, I don't know if I want to keep Mick in or not. I'm having, like, worries. Okay, that's fine. Especially because, again, the headphones that are playing the music are blocking half of the screen. So I didn't see what move that was. I know it was Twister based off the animation, because I've seen that move about 10 times today. Thanks to all the other seizures I've encountered today. But mind you, I didn't have a hard confirmation of what that move was, and all I saw was a small tornado and Mick's health steadily drop from the green into the yellow. So my heart kind of just dropped there, but it's fine. Mick lived, that's all that matters. But anyways, as I was saying, Mick is one of the only Pokemon I think I have either always referred to or have consistently referred to him by his nickname and not by like the type of Pokemon he is, where I would call him Gloom, because I've called Flame Charizard. Anyways, as I was saying, I've always referred, or like, I refer Flame as Flame most of the time, but I also do refer to Flame as Charizard sometimes. You know, I refer to Flock as Pidgeot sometimes, same with Monkey and Primeape, like, etc. You get my point. Like, most of the times I do forget the nicknames. And yeah, sometimes I remember the nicknames, but sometimes I also do forget it. Vivi, I think, is the only other one that I've been really consistent with, but to be fair, every time I look at an Eevee, I always want to call it Vivi, and I think I still call Vivi Jolteon sometimes, just not as much as I call the other ones, like, you know, by their actual name, like Charizard and Pidgeot and stuff like that. But I'm always consistent with Mick, and the reason why I'm always consistent with Mick is because, like I said, I always think Gloom as a female, and I know Mick is derived from a male name. I forgot why I specifically called this Pokemon Mick. I genuinely don't remember. There was an actual reason why I called Gloom Mick. It was based off of some male character, but I cannot think of it right now for the life of me. But point is, Mick was supposed to be named after a male character, and because I genuinely would always think of Gloom as female, I feel like it's just easier to call Mick Mick, because that way I can constantly remember his gender, which is why sometimes if you actually pay attention, whenever I do refer to Mick, I pause at his name, and you can tell that I'm not trying to remember his name, because when I've done that with like Flame and Pidgeot, you know, I struggle for a second. But like with Mick, you can tell I pause, and I'm verbally not trying to struggle to remember his name. I'm struggling to remember his gender to say his name, because it's for me to remember that Mick is a male and not a female. But anyways, yeah, that's a whole story of why Mick is specifically Mick, or why I always call Mick by his nickname and not by an actual Pokemon like I do with Charizard and Pidgeot, because you get my point. Anyways, onward to the next fisherman. I wish I could just, you know, fight them and like from the water, not have to like jump on land, because I'm literally right in front of them. I could not be more in their sight range. I'm not that small. They can physically look at me, and the computer lagged for a second. All I said was, I actually don't even remember what I said. Anyways, let's just take down this Seaking. Oh, he's faster than me. Fun. Go, Giga. Oh, he used Fury Attack. I thought that was Horn Attack. Okay. Well, here, have a nice Giga Drain. I really hope Mick learns Mega Drain soon. The fact that Mick has gone... Actually, he's not going to, because I just remembered he tried to learn Moonlight a level ago, which means he is nowhere near picking up a new move. So Mick is just stuck with, Mega Drain, or Giga Drain, which isn't a bad move. Like, Giga Drain is stronger than Mega Drain, with the downside that it has less BP than, Mega Drain, so it's often less used. But I also have to use it because either that or Absorb and Acid, and Absorb and Acid don't do nearly as much as Mega Drain does. Giga Drain, So, yeah, that's why I don't like training Mick often, because I tried to train Mick in the same area that I tried to train, Lily and King at in the Dugtrio area, but that did not go well because Mick like was slower than all of those things, and for some reason one hit apparently those Diglets love to bust out freaking Magnitude now, because Magnitude specifically 7, 8, 9, one of them got 10, and they would always put Mick halfway to health, and Mick was slower than them, and all Mick had was Absorb, and Absorb for some reason wasn't one-shotting anything that was past level 22, which I started running into a lot, and yeah, Mick wouldn't hurt them as much, and then he wouldn't gain back enough health to make me comfortable enough to deal with a Magnitude, especially because they always got 7 and 8, so I didn't know exactly if 9 and 10 would kill them. Like, I always assumed Mick would survive a 9, but I didn't want to risk them flipping a 10 and then Mick, you know, dying to it. So, yeah, and again, I cannot see the full camera because of the mic, or the headphones, so I'm just, like, going to all the things just in case there is a trainer. Okay, you are the trainer we fought last episode, so we're finally in the later half of this route. Again, I don't know how close Cinnabar Island is to here. Watch, this is literally the last trainer. I will be so happy if it is, because that means I suffered for little to nothing, or I suffered for enough. Roland? I swear we just fought Roland, and there goes the camera again. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for like 5 minutes. Or at least for this whole battle. Oh, never mind. I think the camera's figuring its life out because it clicked back in. Anyways, absorb, and I'm starting to run out of PP again for my moves. Also, why is this Poliwhirl faster than me? My Poliwhirl was slower than those Diglets. Why is Mick so slow? I want to evolve Mick so badly. I feel like if I evolve Mick, that'll fix most, if not all of my problems with this Pokemon. But the thing is, I really want to turn him into a Blossom. But at the same time, at this point, I'm not exactly sure if it's even worth it. You know what? Here's what we'll do. I keep changing the time I say I'm going to evolve Mick. I always say, oh, I'll do it when this happens, or I'll do it when this happens. No, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to beat the next gym. Then, if I don't have hard confirmation by then, if we can evolve into Blossom in this game or not, I will flip a coin on camera. If it's heads, we will evolve Mick. If it is tail, we will evolve Mick into Vileplume. If it is tails, we will evolve him into a Blossom. And if it lands on the Blossom option, then we'll just wait it out until either we evolve into a Blossom or until the Elite Four. Because I guarantee you, I'm not walking into the Elite Four without the team of full evolve. So if Mick is still a Gloom by the time we get to the Elite Four, I will supersede that rule myself, and I'll just turn Mick into a Vileplume. But if we have hard confirmation, then Shiny Stone it is, when we, or Sunstone, whatever stone it is, when we eventually find one, and we'll turn Mick into Blossom. I do know one of the things is, like, you have to get the National Dex, which I'm not exactly sure is even in this game to begin with, but, like, if it is, that is a way that we could get it, because then we would have the ability to evolve into Blossom. That's why I'm not sure, because I know some things say that you can get the National Dex, and some things say you can't get it. So I'm basically taking shots in the dark here, and oh god, my PTSD is triggering, because for some reason I keep thinking that's Hurricane. That sounded like super effective to me. Thankfully it's not, because it's just Twister. Again, having half my screen blocked out isn't helpful to me, because that means I don't know what's about to happen. So I have to guesstimate based off of animation. So I'm getting good at recognizing animations, but it also worries me if I don't know the animation, because then I'm getting like scared that it's going to be super effective if I threw my Pokemon out to die. But that takes care of Roland, who again, I swear we fought a Roland last episode, but I'm not so sure. How much more is that? I was supposed to say, no way, we're at the end. I mean, okay, it's 17 minutes left. I kind of want to just go straight down to see how close it is. There's no way that's it. Wow. That is it. Well, Mick is out of PP, except for Acid. You know what? Screw it. If it's a freaking, what's it called? If it's a tentacle, it's gonna be a tentacle at first. I already know. I already have that feeling. If it's not a tentacle or a tentacruel, I'll keep Mick up, because I just want to Acid something down. Watch. Oh, it's a Staryu. Okay, that's fair. Well, at least Mick will get more experience. It doesn't matter, because Mick isn't gonna level up, and even if he did, I highly doubt he would even get a move off it, because he didn't get a move off of leveling up here. And to be fair, he got Moonlight like 3 levels ago, or tried to, and it failed. Oh my god, I forgot how much damage Acid actually does. I keep thinking that because it's like been as move on Mick for as long as Absorb has, kind of, quote unquote. I just keep thinking that it has the same PP. Oh, War Turtle. I don't think you have anything I should be worried about, do you? Acid. Is that enough to kill you? Oh, you are tankier than expect. I mean, okay, here's the thing. If I really want to cheat this, I can throw in Jolteon or Vivi, whatever. See, I told you. Like, I sometimes call Vivi Jolteon, but most times I remember Vivi. But anyways, I could throw in Vivi to murk this Wartortle with ease. I already know it's going to take 2 more acids to take this thing down. But here's my thing. I'd rather just Mick get the experience, because at the end of the day, Mick is going to be more useful, at least, again, not in this gym that we're about to take on, but the next gym after that. And Vivi won't be able to do shit in that gym. So, yeah, just gonna take out that Wartortle. If this gets me a level, it won't. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, okay, at least got me like halfway there. So, that takes care of Jerome. And finally, after 2 episodes of trying to make it here and going the wrong way and getting lost and all that other crap, we have made it to Cinnabar Island. I'm so glad it doesn't kick in till you're right here. So when I was wandering around and doing that intro, and I just so happened to walk it at the right time, that wasn't on purpose. That was purely an accident. But oh my god, we made it, and I need a drink because god, that I'm thirsty as hell right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, I had to drink water. My throat was like hurting like hell right now. Anyways, we made it. It took so much effort to get here, and for what? To suffer because we can't even do the gym this episode because it's too late, but at least we made it here. I'm happy. This is what I've been trying to do for 2 episodes. Now let's throw up Lily because yeah, this area is going to be a lot better for Lily. And let's explore the thing. Friends. Yeah, my friends dragged me out last night, so I couldn't record when I wanted to. Something about the Union Room. That's fun. Speaking of the Union Room, because that's what triggered my memory about this. We have to go back to the Professor Aid Oaks after we've caught all these Pokemon and try to get rewards because A, I'm pretty sure we were going to need Flash at some point in time, at least to make our lives easier. Can I talk to you, please? Thank you. Cinnabar Gym is locked tight. There should be a key for it somewhere. It might be in that burned down mansion. The gym leader's friend used to live there. I think that's what that said. I'm pretty sure. All I saw was locked, gym, some other crap. Can we actually not get into the gym right now? Is that actually a thing? The door's locked. Wow, it really is. Okay. What did you say? I saw you say something about Blaine. Cinnabar's gym, Blaine, is quite the odd fellow. He's lived on the island since way before the lab was even built. What lab? There's no... this thing? Because this is a mansion by the looks of it. Yeah, Cinnabar Island, the fiery town... okay, that doesn't help. I mean, it could be that. I don't know if that's actually a lab or not, but let's see. Cinnabar Island Pokemon Gym, Leader Blaine, the hot-headed quiz master. Of course he is. What do you got to say? Scientists conduct experiments at that burnt-out building. You know, the one they call the Pokemon Mansion. So then what is this? Pokemon Lab. So there's a lab and there's another building. The mansion was also science, but you know, I don't care anymore. Play Pokemon extremely every day. People often bring us rare Pokemon to examine. So, remember earlier when I said there was a thing that we could use to replace Lily, God forbid she died? Yeah, I believe in this room. Is it this room? It's either the room over. It might be the room over. I think it's the room over, because I don't think you do it. There's a remarkable fossil. Think of it as a prehistoric rare Pokemon. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This place can revive fossil Pokemon. So... if you remember, in episode, I want to say it was 5, we had... oh, this is how I get a Tangle. That's cool. Anyways, back in episode 5, we got a fossil from the Fossil Maniac guy. And, well, if you come here, if you wait all that time, you can actually turn your fossils into Pokemon. And the other thing is, too, we actually had a, oh, you have metronome on you. I don't want to teach anyone. Wait, no, I wasn't trying to click that. I was trying to spam no, and I kept accidentally clicking the yes button. But anyways, if you go back to Pewter City after you get cut, you can actually go to the Pokemon Museum, and if you go use cut, you can get to the back gate where you could actually get the old Amber, which would give you an Aerodactyl. But point is, we have access to fossil Pokemon now, and now my camera's for some reason... okay, there we go. The camera's back. Anyways, as I was saying, you can go there and get the old Amber. Right now, I did do that off camera when I was grinding, and then because it was an off grinding thing, I forgot to do a save file for it. But, let's see. Do you want to trade for my seal? What are you trying to trade for exactly? I'm looking for the Pokemon Ponyta. I like how this is just the area where you can get a lot of trade Pokemon in that, which is fun. And again, that's another water type, so if we really wanted to, we could get water types from that. But I believe if I talk to this guy... hi, I'm an important doctor. Yes, very much so indeed. I study rare Pokemon fossils all the time. Have you fossil for me? Yes, I do. This is the Dome fossil. It's a Kabuto. Pokemon that already was in the sea. A resurrection machine will make it alive again. You hurry, give me that. Hand over the fossil to the weird doctor. I like how it calls him a weird doctor. This might take a little time. Go for a walk for a while. So it's kind of like the Pokemon eggs, where if you just walk around for a while, eventually they'll be able to give you a fossil. I don't know if they'll call you, or if you just gotta like figure that out on your own. But yeah, so you know what, in hindsight, let's just go get the old Amber now, because, I mean, I know Nidoking has cut on him right now, because I had to give him it just to do the thing. So, now that I know we can get back here, fly all the way to Pewter City up here, and then this will be our way to get cut. I don't know why the game's lagging now. But to be fair, though, because I know that the next... because we have to go through the Pokemon Mansion to get the key for the gym. If I really wanted to, I could do it this episode, but... I don't want to because A, my camera's starting to lag, B, I want to take a break so my throat can fully recover, and C, I've wasted literally 2 recording sessions now trying to get to one place that took me all about like a normal episode to get to. So yeah, I'm good. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the Move Relearner? Question mark? Are you? There's someone here. Oh, wait, no, this is the place where you get the old Amber. I stand corrected. I thought, wait. Who did I walk into randomly? Okay, well, this is the old Amber. Someone back here also gives you Saxmatos. I forgot who. I don't really care to find out, so bye-bye. But I swear there was a Move Relearner. Huh. Okay, well, I don't care. For the record, though, the fossil guys, they don't give you your, they don't give you your fossils back, or you can't give them 2 fossils at once, so even though we are going back to Cinnabar, I now realize that while I was at the Seafoam Islands, I should have at least walked into them, because there's a chance they would have let me fly back there, so I don't have to go back there the long way doing the post game, but whatever. This route, it won't take us to the Seafoam Islands, but it'll take us to the other side of them, which I don't know if that's exactly what we want, but yeah. In the next episode, what we'll do is we'll conquer this place, the Pokemon Mansion, but yeah, this. Cool, glad it brought the creepy music back. I'm gonna walk right the hell back out, but yeah, we've already pretty much done everything for this episode, so I hope you guys enjoy. In the next one, we will go through the Pokemon Mansion and pretty much stall more ways to get to the gym, because I'm gonna tell you this right now, once the episode we do this gym, right after that, we're gonna do the next gym, and then right after that, we're taking on Victory Road. So even though it does seem like I'm stalling, you guys know at least the last 2 episodes were not intentionally on purpose, because the last 2 episodes, one of them was supposed to be the lead up for the other one, like a 2-minute clip right before the other one started, and that turned out differently. And second up, that same one, which was the last episode, I went the wrong way. So you know that those last 2 episodes were not intentional. So it seems like I'm stalling for the gyms. I'm not, because once we do this gym, we immediately do the next gym, then we do Victory Road, and then we immediately do the Elite Four. So without further ado, I'm going to end this one here. I hope all of you guys enjoy. In the next one, like I said, we're going to take on the Pokemon Mansion. Then we might do some grinding. Who knows? It depends on how long the Pokemon Mansion takes. But I'll see you all then. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, enjoy us on Twitch, and let's be the very best that no one ever was.